Well, hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the one, oh my, I don't like this, like the one Bitcoin show. Oh, it's late at night. Today is November 27th. 2019. At least it still is on the West Coast, and I'm not there. It would be nice to be there because the temperature is nice there, but it was okay here in Baltimore today, and I like being with my family. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Strong hand. Shirts like this are below. Unconfiscatable. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I am offended by selling. Okay. Hello, my elite friends. Remember, if you got questions, I'll answer them. You can leave them in the chat. You can do a super chat like Module did. Thank you so much, Module, for the support. I know you're a little sick today. I hope you feel better, dude. And thank you for supporting the show. And I know you have a strong hand, and you know that Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin, and one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. And that's not really Satoshi Nakamoto there. Oh no, but this is a nice shirt. Yeah, I'm wearing the different shirts. Okay, elite friends, let us people are pounding that like button. Good. People are awake apparently. So it's Thanksgiving Eve, the biggest party night of the year. I used to party like a rock star on this night. Oh man, I got stories. But that's for a Beyond Bitcoin show, and those are every Saturday. This Week in Bitcoin show is every Friday. It's going to be 2 p.m. this Friday. Hopefully it will be live. Ken Bozak, Boris will also be on, and at least one other guest. It looks like it's who is the other guest going? Well, we'll leave it as a surprise. Who the potential? There might be two other guests, in fact. Who do I have? Vlad. Vlad says he's going to be on. We'll see if Vlad shows up. Oh, it's going to be very European. Everybody, pound that like button, and let's just jump into the show. Remember, if you don't like me talking about personal stuff at the beginning and telling you to follow me on Twitter at TechBalt, TECHBALT, if you're watching on tape, you just skip the first 2 minutes. It's usually, but to each his own. I am not offended by you skipping first 2 minutes, skipping the first 5 minutes, playing at 2x. You should play it at 2x. Much more efficient that way. So Bitcoin is not luck. Bitcoin, don't let people tell you that, hell, those people are just lucky. Those people are just lucky. Here's a tweet by relevant Peter Schiff. So no, that's not really Peter Schiff. That's relevant Peter Schiff. I have a friend that says I got lucky with Bitcoin. Across 3+ years, these 40+ relevant books, hundreds of podcasts and articles, and 500 hours of learning Python say differently. My pace of learning is increasing. And then he says, his friend watches political news all day. Tell me again why I'm lucky. Ooh, pound that like button. Yeah, so it is kind of funny, dude. The people who watch political news all day, which is not really helping them out very much, they're the first ones to say, yeah, those Bitcoin people, it's just luck. No, we're smart. That's what it is. We weren't watching political soap operas all day, or just soap operas all day, which is, I guess, worse. No, it's probably not that much. It's not that much worse. But we're productive with our time. We are learning, and people, they just didn't talk the talk. They walked the walk. That is not luck when you're walking the walk. It took some cojones for every single person to buy Bitcoin when the whole world says, pay attention to politics, or stick with the dollar, or just don't get into risky things that you don't understand. Well, we understood it. People took time to research it. Some of us took more time than others. Some of us are still constantly learning. I say always be learning. So always be learning, always be watching this show, and always remember that no, it's not luck that you have Bitcoin. It's smart that you have Bitcoin. And tell your friends at the Thanksgiving table when they start talking about all their political insight from watching hours and hours and hours of politics. Say, hey, check out this Bitcoin thing. See what they say. It should be interesting. But hey, love your family. But sometimes Thanksgiving meals, you have people that they're not your family, and you don't have to love those people. And you don't if your family's good, love them. There are people with bad families. I feel bad for you. I got a good family. Pound that like button. I got such a good family. We're going to have 2 Thanksgivings. One on Thursday, one on Friday. Oh, bring it on. Yes, bring it on, even though I won't be eating at the Thanksgiving table since I don't eat those type of foods, and my meals are scheduled for other times. Oh yeah, 62 and a half hour fast ended a few hours ago now. It was pretty easy. It was very easy. I slept a little extra. That's why it went 2.5 hours longer than I had planned. But hey, guys, I'm caught up on sleep, even though I'm up at some ungodly hour. All right, pound that like button. Bakkt trading volume is the highest it's ever been today, supposedly, probably, says Dog Toshi, which was quoting, I forgot which, there's a Bakkt bot on Twitter. And then some people said, well, that volume looks too high. Maybe they got it wrong. Well, it looks like it was the highest. What does that mean? I mean, some people that like traditional mechanisms are playing around with not the real thing, okay? Bitcoin futures on Bakkt, it's not really the real thing. But it's financialization of Bitcoin. It's another level of acceptance for the traditional people. Okay, great. Your volume's growing. You can grow that volume as much as you want. I can grow this hair as much as I want. I can grow this beard as much as I want. But you know what the real thing is? Well, baby, this is the real thing. But also, Bitcoin's the real thing. So the true volume for all of you out there is how much Bitcoin you're acquiring, not how much Bitcoin is being sort of futuristic, how many Bitcoin futures are traded on Bakkt. But still, we bring it up because not everyone is as hardcore as us that realizes that you need to control your own private key. You can't play these freaking games, interest and futures, and I mean nonsense. But it overall it has an effect on the fiat price, et cetera, et cetera. Although we only care about Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. And dudes, yeah, I checked the fiat price like once for the first time. I think it was at 10 o'clock today when I turned on this laptop finally. It's been I ran today. I was catching up. My suitcase came. My suitcase was delivered at 2 p.m. It was fine. Everything was fine. Suitcase, nothing was stolen. TSA searched it, of course. There was the traditional note from TSA, because they search my suitcase most of the time. That's just life. TSA. Adam's 20-year-old suitcase is just suspicious to them, I guess. I don't know. All right. So speaking of suspicious, no, he's not suspicious. Hasmacook is awesome. He is in Australia. He has a bunch of videos he put into a playlist. He's in motion. He tweeted it out. I retweeted it early. Follow me earlier. Followed it. And he's up now too, because it's the middle of the day in Sydney. What time is it in Sydney? It's actually it's like 6:30 in the evening there now. On Thursday. It's not Thanksgiving though for them. Although they're being affected by Thanksgiving, because they can tell like no one is online, no one is spending money, because all the Americans are about to get fat and drunk or watch football all day or do who knows what. I'll be running in the morning and then going to some Thanksgiving thing. But hey, no, but Hasmacook, it's a series of videos out there. He's in them. He's talking to he was at the Baltic Honey Badger Conference talking to some people. Hey, check it out if you like Hass. I know a lot of people like Hass. And I think Stefan Livera makes some appearances, some other people. I didn't watch all 12 videos. Dude, I've been in motion. You're good, Hass. You're awesome. And I, of course, check out a month ago when Hass and I were doing live shows together in Sydney. Yeah. Well, now it's over a month ago, 5 weeks ago. God, time flies, man. Time flies. I love Australia, though, dudes. Every year, the Meister has been going to Australia since 2015. The Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. All right, so here's a tweet. We got all sorts of people. Oh, yeah, we got people in there. But Barry is in New Zealand. He's awake. I mean, it's almost the end of Thanksgiving Day over there. Yeah, Cameron David said 6:40 p.m. He must be in Sydney. Because, yeah, it's 6:40 p.m. in Sydney. I know that. So what's it in Auckland? Is it 8:40 p.m. in Auckland? It's something like that. Yeah, the only people that are in the chat right now, I don't think there are any Americans in the chat right now. Well, no, Module is because he's sick. He's in. Well, I don't want to give away too much. I don't know that much about the dude. I'm assuming he's a North American. What's up, Canada? If Canada's in the house. Oh yeah, Rad is in America. I didn't know you. I didn't know that. Where are you in America, Rad? Tell me. Let's make this personal, man. I've got some intimate followers here today. CST, baby. Oh, dude, that's Models up late, but not as late as me. Now, hey, remember, play this at 2x, people who are watching this on tape. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, Rad is in the Mountain West. Dude, I cannot wait to be in Tucson, Arizona. Well, I'll be in Tucson, Arizona starting December 12th, which temporarily is in the mountain time zone. It goes back and forth because Arizona is a freak state. Like Indiana, Arizona, they're freaky with their time zones. What else are they freaky with? All right. Now, what do we have here? David Nage, who's been on the show before. Have you ever tried going a full day? This is a great point here. Have you ever tried going a full day without using Apple, Google, or Amazon? 10 years ago, you could have easily gone a month without using any of these. Technology, consumer behavior, and adoption curves happen fast, but they are difficult to see in the moment. I agree. Now, I can go quite a long time without using Amazon or Apple, but Google, I use Google every single day. Obviously, you're doing searches. Google is just intertwined with our life. You cannot go without using Google every day. So the question is, in the 2020s, in the golden age, by the end of it, by 2029, are you gonna be able to go a day without doing something Bitcoin related? Now, I'm not sure what the answer to that is going to be, because it depends on how intertwined Bitcoin is with mainstream society and what else is built on top of Bitcoin. Is there going to be something built on top of Bitcoin that you're going to have to use every day? Because the way I foresee it, and I'm satisfied, is my savings account. Do I look at my savings account every day? So if a regular person has all their wealth in Bitcoin, their savings account in Bitcoin, they're not going to use it every day, nor will they check the price every day, nor will they watch videos about it every day. Now, of course, I most likely in 2029, I'll still be making these videos. Maybe, you never know. Still be making these videos. I'll be checking the price every day because I want to see how freaking rich I am. But the question is, will it be intertwined in our life like Google is? And what David says, and David thinks this for all of crypto. He's beyond Bitcoin. He's been on the show before. That is just cryptocurrency is going to be just so very much intertwined with our lives in 20. I don't want to put words into his mouth, but there are many people that think it's going to be so. We're not going to be able to go a day without it. And when you're living in the moment, 10 years ago or 15 years ago, definitely with Google, people wouldn't have been able to say no. This thing, you won't be able to live without it for a day, for an hour. So it's hard to predict beforehand. But I will tell you this. In 10 years, it will be a very important part of smart people, of long-term thinkers' lives, okay? Of people who are not impulsive lives, people who have real assets. Bitcoin will be an incredibly important part of their lives in 2029. So you know that now. But so many people don't know that now. I knew that in 2016, clearly. I knew that in 2013. When I bought my first two, which was like on this Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I was at my friend's house, a gathering of old high school buddies the night before Thanksgiving. And I was telling them about Bitcoin, how like a week and a half before I just bought 2 Bitcoin and I bought them for $600 and it was already up to $900. Do you guys remember in late November 2013, how the price was skyrocketing? Oh, I thought I was a freaking genius. And you know what? I really was a genius. I was a Bitcoin genius. I'm not saying I'm a real genius or whatever, but I'm good with finances. And I didn't, I thought, oh, well, if it's at 900, it's going to stick at 900. I know I was wrong with that, but I was very smart to be buying it when it was in the 3-digit realm. And I was smart to have a strong hand and not panic sell it once it did dip to 600 to 500, do all the ridiculous stuff that it did. And I was smart to keep on buying and be not be impulsive. That was my genius there. And Unfortunately, it seems like only geniuses are. Only like the top 20% IQ are the only people who aren't impulsive these days. Keep up the great work, my man. Hold on. Paul F. And he sent $2.99 Australian dollars. Thank you, dude. Thank you. And yeah, being in the top 20, again, you don't have to be a genius to be a Bitcoiner, okay? You could be in the top 20% of IQ. You could be in the top 50% of IQ. You just can't be impulsive, all right? But it just seems like so. There's a correlation between intelligence and impulsivity. There really seems to be. Mind the Gap, top of the world, Utquigvik, Alaska in the house. Dude, I am copying that, and I'm going to look that up on Google after the show. Where are you? You're not near Nome, are you? What's the one at the top? Am I getting Nome confused with Barrow? Or even Barrow? Barrow's at the top. Barrow's at the top. I was talking. God bless my father. He passed away a little over a year ago, and one of the last things we were talking about, I was telling him about a YouTube video on Barrow, Alaska. And I said, Dad, you got to see. I think I sent it to him. Because he used to, again, my father loved Native Americans and that kind of thing because he grew up in the time when they had the Westerns on TV and all that. He loved them. I think that's why he loved them. But obviously in the Eskimos up there, they're related to the Native Americans of the lower part of North America. And in Barrow, they don't the roads aren't even paved. It's so freaking cold. But it's mostly natives up there, native Alaskans, Eskimos, whatever you want to call them. And yes, Mind the Gap is near Barrow. Dude, it's dark and cold there now. You're not getting a lot of light. I'm tempted to go there one day. I know I'm going to go to a Fairbanks one day. I know that's not the same thing as Barrow. It's totally different. I'm the kind of guy, I don't like getting in little planes, but I am just so impressed by the Alaska air system. And when you're on a plane going from Seattle to Anchorage, and you see all these guys that are about to transfer to these little planes, because Anchorage is this huge hub that serves all those little towns all over Alaska. And that's why Alaska Airlines is big. Well, part of the reason that it's big. And many people on the East Coast that grew up on the East Coast like me know nothing about Alaska Airlines because it does fly to Baltimore now. Anyway, I went off on a tangent there, but hey, it's late, and there's Alaskans in the house. So pound that like button for my people in Alaska, where it definitely still is November 27th. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. So let's go back to David Nage and strong hands up in Alaska. They got to be strong. They're like frozen to their freaking Bitcoin up there. Oh my God, I'm going to look up your town, man. That's probably a very small town. Wow. I love pioneers, man. That's my love of Alaska. I love people who produce. I love the pioneering spirit. The people everybody who moved up there. There's hardly anyone that originated from there in the last 50 years. The natives, of course, are different. But I am for exploration. That's what America was founded on. I want us to explore the stars, and for all the long-term Bitcoin holders to fund exploration of Venus and Mars. Perhaps I'll be doing that. Life extension technology. That's why I love Bitcoin. We are on the frontier of money. We are on the frontier of technology. This is what I love. This is what I want to do since I was a freaking kid. Pound that like button. And what I have done since I was a kid, because I've been involved with the internet for quite a while now and stuff. And I love pioneering. I love setting up. Colonization is a bad word, but colonizing the planets, it's got a bad aura around it. But you guys know what I'm talking about, the pioneering spirit. And so we're pioneering online, us Bitcoin holders, and it's gonna pay off great. Just like the pioneers who settled L.A. and never gave up. I don't know if anybody held on to land in L.A. since 1849, but if you did, your family's freaking set. Ken Bozak says, happy day, bro. Well, Ken Bozak's on the East Coast, and he's up real late, just like me. So pound that like button. All right, my pioneers out there, my crypto pioneers, my Bitcoin pioneers all over the world. You should be really happy today. So what do we have here? Okay, now Jay Dorman, who also has something to do with Nage, they work at the same place. Innovation requires patience that many in the digital asset space don't have. That's saying a lot. That's an understatement. There are the day traders and speculators, but 10 years from now, owning digital assets may seem as obvious as shorting printing companies to buy tech companies. Google's first homepage looked like this, and newspapers were still showing up on everyone's front door. It was hard to place that bet, but those that can see past the present day are generally rewarded handsomely. There you go. That sums up basically what I was just saying. And both of these things are linked to below. You can see Google's original homepage. Yeah, it looks pretty ghetto, man. No one could have predicted exactly what it was going to be, but eventually people were catching on that this was going to be a big thing. And if you're watching this show right now, you've already caught on that Bitcoin's going to be a big thing. 10 years from now, this video is going to be freaking awesome to watch again. So we're talking about Bitcoin. Let's talk about crypto dividends real quick. Of course, those of you with the insider information and people who have insider information, well, they're the ones who watch this channel because this is home of Bitcoin insider information. You've known about this Mimblewimble coin airdrop for a while, and you signed up for it, and you're going to get it on December 11th finally. But some people, like the miners, they are mining it right now. It's live, and they are selling it on this site called Upbit. And I checked it out the last few days when I was in Australia and today, and suddenly and I mentioned before that the price was at a point where you're getting that you'd get a 1% return on your Bitcoin. This is if you signed up for this crypto dividend airdrop at the price it was going for originally when the miners started selling, you'd have a 1% return on your Bitcoin because you get 40 of these darn things. But for the last few days I've been checking, it's been much lower. It hasn't been that. But again, who knows what's going to be? But because this is all about price discovery with this exchange, this Chinese exchange is showing us. But something that I discovered today is that someone out there bought about 3,000 of them. About 3,000 of them for $1.85 each, which translates to, again, 1% return. If they are worth $1.85, and Bitcoin is worth what it is today, you will get and you sell your Mimblewimble coin on December 11th, you're going to get a 1% return on your Bitcoin. And that beats all the current crypto dividends except BSV and Bcash. It's like it would be the second best one. Now, is this going to maintain? Well, it hasn't maintained, but somebody out there, and this is very curious, why the heck is somebody buying 3,000 of them for that price? Why can't they just wait to get them for free? Why buy anything that you get for free? Especially now when you really don't know what the price is. I don't know what the heck's going on out there. But hey, good for MWC, good for us. Please, Hashem, let that price stay. May it go higher the day that we claim it and sell it and turn it into more Bitcoin. All right. So there's your crypto dividend thing of the day. But guess what? We're going to talk about, we're talking about why buy things that you get for free. We're going to talk about Steemit in a second. Why buy Steem when you can get it for free? Now, and of course, all these things are controversial. Well, let's talk about something that's really controversial. Ballet crypto wallet. You guys know I had Bobby Lee on the other day, and people are angry because supposedly they can know your private key and your recovery suit, your private key, whatever you want to call it, and your passphrase. With this beginners, it's supposed to be for beginners. It's just the card. It's just really a paper wallet, all right? But in response to this, it looks like they've come up with something called Bitcoin Pro, Ballet Pro. And now if you get this Ballet thing, you come up with your own passphrase. They don't know it. No one over there writes it for you. You send it to them. But it's a little bit more complicated. That's why they're calling it Ballet Pro. So I guess it's not for the ultimate beginner. But this answers the, again, Bobby Lee, check out the video linked below. I thought he did a great job when I interviewed him explaining what his product is. It's not for everything. If you're going to be a hater, be a hater. But I thought he gave a good answer to if someone at his company were to somehow get the passphrase or were to steal someone's Bitcoin from one of these wallets, it would be the end of his company. So it's not in his best interest for that to happen. So that's your major insurance. But this is, and Bobby Lee even said, if you're getting this product, just learn from it and then move your stuff to a Trezor when you know how to do that kind of thing. But yeah, now even they've gone another step here with the Pro, and you come up with your own passphrase. All right, good. It's linked to below if you want to learn more about it. Joseph Young tweets about the 342,000 Ethereum was stolen. At least it was from this Upbit in Korea, this exchange. It was sent to an unknown wallet. Upbit says it will cover with corporate funds the $51.3 million in losses. Well, why did they just ask Ethereum for a bailout? Ooh, no, okay. It says only Ethereum was stolen, by the way. Only Ethereum was involved in this irregular transaction. All right, okay, irregular transaction, hack, whatever you want to call it. People, it's not worth the risk to keep your coins on an exchange. This is going to keep on happening. Was it the 9th one of the year of a major exchange? Was it an inside job? Was it a hack? Was it, who knows what it was? Is everyone really going to get their coins back? Well, they say they are. Are they running a fractional reserve operation if they are able to bail everyone out? I don't know. There's no real transparency at these exchanges. Do what you're going to do. So speaking about exchanges getting hacked, remember Quadriga, the Canadian one, the guy, the owner ran off with some money, or he died, or he's in India, or maybe he's alive, or I don't know, and I don't really care about the entire soap opera. Well, Vanity Fair, yes, Vanity Fair, of all magazines out there, just came out with an article, The Strange Tale of Quadriga, Gerald Cotton. Gerald Cotton is the founder. And I did not read the whole thing. I'm not reading a soap opera piece. Why I'm pointing this out is because Vanity Fair is not a magazine you think is going to write about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And they cover it. And again, they're covering it because of the drama. But it's interesting, more mainstream knowledge out there, regular, more traditional magazines talking about this. And I didn't see anybody on Twitter. I didn't see anybody on Bitcoin Twitter tweeting this out. I just happened to find this magazine article on a computer I turned on, and it just had a recommended, some people, I won't name names. I was on someone else's computer, and they have their computer set up when you open up Firefox. It's got all these squares that pop up that recommend articles based on, I guess, what you search for on there. And this one had a Vanity Fair sort of Bitcoin article on it. Anyway, I found out about it. I try to give you information that no one else knows about. Oh, look, Web City is in the house. Of course he is. I expected him to be because he's in Seattle. And can you buy Bitcoin anonymously and safely? Yeah, on the street. Well, that's not too safe, is it? Yeah, you can buy it anonymously. Yeah, you can at the decentralized at BISC you can, but for cash, no. That you can't buy it for cash there. You can buy it for altcoins there, anonymously and safely. Where can you do it for cash anonymously and safely? Not with American dollars, not in America with American dollars on some exchange. You have to do it in person. Someone's going to correct me on that. Oh, yeah, I could do it here. It's not anonymous. I mean, through American exchanges, there's all sorts of KYC on that stuff. I mean, you got to just meet some dude in a safe. You just tell some dude, hey, I'm meeting you in the bank. I'll bring cash. You give me the Bitcoin. He's not going to jack you in the bank or anything like that. I'm not recommending something like that. But if you're asking, you can buy it anonymously with BISC without US dollars, but In other countries, you could do it. At a Bitcoin ATM in certain countries, you can do it anonymously. So yeah, there you go. If you're an American, you just go to some country with a Bitcoin ATM that doesn't have KYC under a certain amount. You get their currency. You turn your dollars into their currency, and then you put the whatever Israeli shekels. I think Israel they KYC you up. No, actually, I think under a certain amount in Israel, I don't think you're KYC'd. Someone in Israel correct me on that. I don't know. As everyone can tell, I haven't done that. I have no experience buying Bitcoin anonymously. Nope, none at all. Yeah, and yeah, so yes, when I sell my Bitcoin, I will be paying taxes on my Bitcoin, of course. Yeah, I got it all Coinbase. I don't care that the IRS knows that I have it. Don't care at all. But I guess there's some people. For the people who care, yeah, you got to take some extra steps out there. You got to go do it like Tone Bays did in a dark alley in Staten Island somewhere, or just do what I said with the well, here's a good thing. Here's an anonymous way to get Bitcoin. Mow someone's lawn and say, pay me in Bitcoin. Do a job for someone and say, pay me in Bitcoin. There you go. You got some Bitcoin anonymously that way, because people will still think it's the person who paid you. If that guy bought his from Coinbase, they're never going to know that he gave it to you. As people can see, I'm not too concerned about the anonymous aspects of Bitcoin currently. There will be anonymous aspects of it. Already, you could buy it from somewhere and then send it to these mixers and then make it anonymous. I have no experience doing that either. But again, I've talked about the people working on Lightning Network, which makes things more anonymous. The people working on other anonymous second layer aspects of Bitcoin, and the people working on these mixers. Follow Matt Odell, who's obsessed with and being anonymous. He's been linked to many times before. Good question, Web City. Oh, not Cash, he said. You should do it to try it. I know I'm not go. I don't need to buy Bitcoin on the streets. Not necessary. Pretty set with my Bitcoin right now. All right. But hey, I'll work for Bitcoin. I'll work for Bitcoin any day. You got to, again, I do consulting. I do set up people's Trezor. You pay me in Bitcoin. Email me at adam@trezorhelp.com. All right. Moving on. Wow, this is going long and it's late and I have to get up eventually. Okay, what do we have? What do we have here? We talked about Vanity Fair. Oh, so the rest of this video is going to be about Steemit. So some people don't care about Steemit, but I care about it because I care about it because there's got to be a crypto social network that is awesome to use and will get people, because social networks, Facebook, Twitter, social media is big. Masses of people love it. And if cryptocurrency can be intertwined into it in a productive way, it will get so many people into Bitcoin. Even if they get Steem first, they'll turn into Bitcoin. And I thought it's your gateway. It's your gateway drug to Bitcoin, a good social media platform that incorporates cryptocurrency into it, which I thought Steemit would eventually turn into. I hoped Steemit would eventually turn into. And I have been on it since July of 2016. I'm Bitcoin Meister on there right now. This show is on there right now. And now there have been all these people through the years that have disappeared and come back that say, oh, you should buy Steem. You should buy. No, I've never said that. I said you should post on there and get it for free, which I have done. And I have never, oh, God forbid, I had traded my precious Bitcoin for Steem. God forbid. God forbid. Oh, my God. I'm offended by that thought. Pound that like button. Now, where are we? But here, for some reason, I got an email update from them. Now, I assume I must have opted into this when I signed up for Steemit a long time ago. I'm assuming a lot of people on Steemit got this email. I really don't remember getting emails from them in the past, or in the recent past at least. But they just have their Steem Fest, and I want these guys to be able to innovate. Okay, again, I am not a hater. I am a Bitcoin firster. Bitcoin is the best out there. But if altcoins want to do stuff, if people want to do social media altcoins, be my darn guest. I am all for innovation. I'm not for squashing. I'm not for slowing people down, as long as they're not, stealing from people or forcing people to do stuff. And you're not forced to buy that Steem. I mean, it's Steemit. You earn it for free. It's that simple. Now, they're located in Austin, Texas, their headquarters, because they're centralized. They're centralized, no doubt about it. And they're, in this email, they're talking about their SMT wizard. That's, what's it called? Steem monetary tokens. I forgot about that even. Empowering anyone to create a state-of-the-art cryptocurrency. They're SMTs. I mean, they're talking ICO type of stuff here. And I want them to be careful, man. I want them to be careful because this ICO stuff for American-based companies have gotten some American-based companies in trouble. Now, I'm not going to freaking inform on them. No one should inform on them. The SEC shouldn't be trying to stifle innovation with companies like Steemit or whoever. I think there should be ICOs out there. I think everybody should be able to do ICO. I think every company should be able to create their own coin. But they've got this product that is going to let anyone create their own coin. And I think that's interesting. That's going way beyond Steemit. And it's linked to below if you want to read about I've mentioned this SMT thing before. The blockchain team surprised Steemians with an SMT wizard during Steamfest. Michael Vanderberg and Steve Gerbino have been working on SMT since the release of Myra back in January. The most unique and potentially disruptive feature of SMTs is the ability for anyone to launch a powerful cryptocurrency with industry-leading features without having to write a single line of code. Here's what you need to know about SMTs. Okay, I linked to it below. I'll say this. The price of the Steem-backed dollar has gone up, and the price of Steem has gone up a little bit on this. And I have those cryptocurrencies because I've earned them for free by posting on Steemit. Good luck. I mean, good luck to the Steemit people. I've always wished them good luck. At the same time, when I tell people not to buy the Steem, you can wish someone good luck, and they can be successful without you buying their Steem. Because a lot of people thought, "Ooh, I'm buying Steem. I'm investing in their company." Okay, if that's what you want to, if you want to say that's what it is, but they can print that Steem to oblivion, by the way, and they've changed its issuance many times before, or a few times before at least. I shouldn't say many, but no, value your wealth in Bitcoin, people. It's the stuff you get for free. You turn it into Bitcoin, and yeah. So obviously, I've gotten some of it that I haven't turned into Bitcoin yet. Yeah, there you go. But it was free. It'll be turned into Bitcoin. Don't worry. But it was free. I wouldn't pay for it. Now, okay, creating your own cryptocurrency has never been this easy. If you can fill out a form, you create your own cryptocurrencies. SMTs, extremely flexible, even though they're easy to create, they're also highly configurable. This is such a gimmick, making it a great platform for entrepreneurs and a testing bed for the next generation of proof of brain. Oh, catchphrase, baby. Buzzword, baby. Uh-oh. Testnet is live. You can start creating your own test token today. I wish them luck. And yes, I'm Bitcoin Meister on Steemit. Don't buy what you can get for free. And they're also doing something called a Hive. And by the way, a lot of people were calling Steemit a scam back in 2016. Again, that's people abuse that word scam. Those people that were calling Steemit a scam back in 2016, they probably are a little surprised that it is still around here 3 years later. 3 years in this industry is a long time. There have been a lot of companies that have gone under in that time period, okay? And they are a company, basically, and they are still around. They're going on a different path, clearly. But as I said, I for quite some time, I've always talked about privacy coins. I think that's something that's sustainable, something that Bitcoin doesn't do. That we can have these privacy altcoins for a while at least, and we can also have these social media cryptocurrencies also, because Bitcoin is not exactly that. People are trying to do that with Lightning, and I hope they do that with Lightning. So compete, don't complain. I want them all. I want something to come out of the competition, something that is social media related, that gets people into cryptocurrency, that is their gateway into Bitcoin. And they have also in this email something Steemit Hive communities they're going to have. Just I guess it's a different way of organizing Steemit and getting more people to use it, because people don't really use it. That people just blind. I mean, I just post my shows there. I think they would rather have me do more than that, although I do a lot more than a lot of people there. But they'd like there to be more interaction with their platform. And so they got this Hive community thing that's also linked to below. Yeah, so that's it. That was a little different talking about Steemit, but talking about Steemit to me is just talking about Bitcoin. It's getting more people into Bitcoin. It's getting something for free that you can turn into Bitcoin. And the people over there are some good. There's a lot of good intentioned people at all these altcoins, okay? And I know over there are a lot of people who have worked very hard. So, all right, that is it. No other questions over there. A lot of people quiet. You think it's too late to get into Bitcoin? Oh, dude, no, it is so early, because there are people watching this in 2029 that are laughing their butt off at that question right now. There are people that are watching this in 2025, in 2021, that are laughing their butts off at this question, because I am laughing in a respectful way at that question, because I remember people in 2015 saying, is it too late to get in? People in 2016 saying, is it too late to get in? It is so early, dude. Look at what that Google website used to look like. That's what Bitcoin looks like now still. It's that ghetto looking. It's that minor league looking right now. It's hard to use Bitcoin. It's bush league. It's early days. I know bush league is the wrong word. It's young. It's young. It's early. So no, it's early to get into Bitcoin still. It's quite early to get into it. All right, dudes. I am Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. No one looks good under that fluorescent light, baby. It makes me look pale as a ghost on Halloween. But it's Thanksgiving, so pound that like button. Click on the square. Bang the bell button. A new show here every freaking day. You better believe it. There'll be one on Thanksgiving also. Have fun with your families, people. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving on Thursday and you work, get your triple time and then celebrate it on Friday. And you don't even have to celebrate Thanksgiving. No big deal if you don't celebrate it. I was in Zimbabwe in 2016, so I wasn't, whatever. Life goes on. It's just not about one day, people. It's about long term. If you need to skip one Thanksgiving to make your life better long term, and by the way, going to Zimbabwe and skipping that Thanksgiving with my family, oh man, that freaking changed my life. That was long term thinking, dude. That was a good deal. So have fun, whatever you're doing tomorrow. I know everybody outside the United States is doing something completely different tomorrow. Sorry that no one's going to be online tomorrow, but I will. So tune in tomorrow for a new show, and then Friday at 2 p.m. will be This Week in Bitcoin. See you, everybody. Bye.